In Ukraine, hundreds of Crimean Tatars rallied outside the Crimean Regional Parliament in Simferopol to protest against growing calls for the region to secede from the rest of the country. They later stormed the building. Pro-Russian factions have been demanding a referendum on the status of Crimea. The Crimean Tatars clashed with pro-Russian activists who held their own rally to demand that the Crimean Parliament refuse to obey the central government in Kiev. In Kiev, those who once considered themselves anti-government protesters cut down the fence surrounding the country's parliament. The activists said their action represented a unification of the people and the government. Last week, dozens of protesters were killed in clashes with government security forces in the capital. Also in Ukraine, police searched for explosives at the Kharkiv Regional Administration building after receiving a bomb threat, but they came up empty-handed. The building is occupied by pro-European activists who saw the raid as a pretext to search the premises. The city of Kharkiv in Ukraine's east has seen opposing demonstrations between pro-Russian activists and supporters of the protest movement in Kiev that ousted President Viktor Yanukovych. In Macedonia, religious leaders attended a conference in Skopje on the 10th anniversary of the death of President Boris Tchaikovsky. The forum paid tribute to the religious work of the former president, who served as a Methodist minister before entering politics and was persecuted for his religious activities by Yugoslavia's communist regime. Tchaikovsky died in a plane crash on February 26, 2004, while serving as president. In Kyrgyzstan, troops in the Batken region began training for the tank biathlon competition to be held in Russia in the summer. Competing tank units in the tank biathlon must accurately shoot at targets while navigating a 20-kilometer course, including water crossings and steep inclines. Russia hosted international participants in the competition for the first time last year. In the Afghan capital, Kabul, activists rallied in support of the Afghan National Security Forces in the wake of a recent Taliban attack that killed 21 troops. Protesters criticized the Afghan government's policies toward the Taliban, accusing leaders of failing to take a hard stance on extremists. The attack on February 23rd in eastern Kunar province was one of the deadliest in months. In Pakistan's northwestern city of Peshawar, Tehreek-e-Insaf Party activists continued stopping and searching Afghanistan-bound trucks despite a court ruling that the action was illegal. The party, led by former cricket star Imran Khan, began blocking trucks carrying NATO supplies last November as part of its campaign against U.S. military drone strikes. In Azerbaijan, thousands marked the anniversary of the mass killings in the village of Kojala. People laid flowers at the Kojala Victims Memorial in Baku, while demonstrators chanted, "Justice for Kojala." Azerbaijan claims that Armenian troops killed hundreds of people, including many civilians in Kojala, on February 25 and 26, 1992, during the two countries' war over the region of Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia strongly rejects Azerbaijan's characterization of the incident as a massacre, stating that its troops were fighting armed Azerbaijani forces. And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.